The Seattle Seahawks lost to the LA Rams at home, 30-20. I repeat, the Seattle Seahawks, coached by Pete Carroll, lost to the LA Rams. I'm still trying to picture what I saw. Lost to the LA Rams 30-20. And there was a time when it looked like it was going to be better, but it wasn't. So what was the problem? Is it that, well, the Rams' defense was just too good for them and that they couldn't hold out the great play of Aaron McDonald and others? No. Well, there was some of that. But I'll tell you what it was. It was playing at CenturyLink, or whatever the stadium's name is now. I should get that straight. It's playing at that stadium without people. That place was specifically designed, if you've ever been there, you'll know this. That place was specifically designed to create noise. It's the way it's set up. Now it's called Lumen Field. Hey, Mario. Now it's called Lumen Field. It was called CenturyLink, and I believe Qualcomm before. No, well, yeah, it was CenturyLink and then Qualcomm and everything. Hey, Kenny G, thank you very much. Thank you for the investment. Thank you. Thank you. Very much. There was no 12th man. You cannot play a playoff game in Seattle without the 12th man and expect to win. That's what happened. So if you're a Seahawks fan, you should want to write this off because it wasn't real. Oh yeah, sure, it counts in the standings and everything. Oh yeah, you lost, but it wasn't real. Your people weren't there. And you and I both know that that place is designed like this. You've got a roof overhang with the crowds close up on both sides. Nobody really here except this, little bitty kind of crow's nest of people there at the top, right? That's it. They're all on either side of you, looking down on you, yelling, and the whole place is designed like this giant echo chamber, and that's how it behaves. It's so noisy out there that you want to have a club ticket so that you can go inside and watch the game from there and then go from bar to bar and circulate, which is a fun thing to do. I don't recommend you do it too much, though. But my point is, that's when people are there and there's no pandemic, right? This time, there was a pandemic, okay? So you would say, all right, so what were we left with? We were left with a bad offensive game plan. One that just seemed to go into its normal rhythms in a way that a wide receiver screen got pick sixed. The only way a wide receiver screen gets pick sixed is if the quarterback is not told this: hey, when the cornerbacks are within 5 yards of the receiver, don't throw the wide receiver screen. The wide receiver screens were originally developed because, hey, you know what? You were throwing deeper and the cornerbacks were off of you, and so, hey, what better thing to do is to throw a screen or a zero pass. A zero pass, I call, is when the receiver just, at the snap of the ball, turns around toward the quarterback throws to him, boom. Why? Because there's nobody over him. There's no one, to chuck him, right? 15 yards out. Hey, but John Marks, welcome. 15 yards back, 18 yards back because they're expecting the deep pass. So you throw the zero pass or you throw the wide receiver screen. But when the wide receiver is being quite literally hawked, hawk, right? Like a bird, hawk, right? Hawked by the cornerback, you don't throw it. Guess what? They threw it. Bye-bye, off to the races, pick six. Okay? You take that off there, guess what? You take that off there, you're looking at, instead of 30-20, you're looking at 20-23. Okay? All right? Black Pegasus says, yeah, that was a bad throw. It was awful. It was a bad play. It was a bad play. And it was on, not so much on Russell, but you would say, yeah, Russell. But Russell tends to be a company man. That's how he got to where he is. He trusts what the offensive coordinator is telling him. But at some point, Russell should know the game to a point where he could say, you know what? That's not going to work. Joe Montana used to do that with respect to the late Bill Walsh. Walsh would call something that Montana knew wasn't going to work, and so Montana would say, oh, I think the old man is slipping. All right? John Mark says, what is Jay Russ thinking? Jay Russ. I think Russell wasn't thinking. That's a good question. He says, it's a similar thought that Brillini and the Bucks ended up removing early in the season. Yeah, a lot of teams have removed it. They borrowed it from college. Some people that borrowed it did so using the fakes. In other words, using the fake to the running back up the middle and then throwing the screen. The trouble is that the modern defensive lineman in the NFL is so fast that by the time you finish the fake, the defensive end, I would say 50% of the time, is in a position where they can just simply bat the ball away. All right? So a lot of teams just don't even bother to fake, and they just throw the screen. But then there's the distance of the screen. If you're throwing it from middle field and your receiver is at or beyond the numbers, that's a distance you're asking for trouble. Because you are basically inviting, if the cornerback is like 5 yards from the receiver, you're basically inviting the cornerback to use his speed and space to intercept the ball and go the other way. You only do it when you know you've got space between the receiver and the cornerbacks. That's the only reason you do that. Otherwise, you don't do it. There's some teams that use this thing like a drug. So when you ask what was Jay Russ was thinking, it's a good question. He wasn't thinking. He was just doing. And that's the problem. Okay? So we got two problems. We got no 12th man, right? Check that box. No thinking about, hey, is that play going to work? Check that box. All right? Now, gets to something. John Mark says, no offensive line on the Seahawks. No, they had a line. The trouble is that they didn't design their game plan to respect the speed and strength of the Rams' defense. It's one thing to say, okay, we can roll out, but you need to have a repertoire of short passes to work against them. Now, they would say, we had a screen. But the screen that they had didn't work because you had the cornerbacks up close, all right? It didn't work. So it's a matter of logic. It's not just throwing short, but what kind of short pass are you going to throw, right? What kind of short pass? So the passes they wind up installing are, hey, passes that something like occasionally the Seahawks, the Chiefs have ran, where the tight end drains into the flat. But everybody's seen that. Why run it? Why not have an old-fashioned fullback into the flat from the I formation, fake from the halfback? It still works today. You can throw it to the fullback. The fullback will pick up 5 yards, and on a good day, maybe 10, right? All right? And as far as the Hawks defense, I'm not going to put this on the Hawks defense because in a COVID environment where you have personnel shifts like you do, the Hawks play well enough to do what they did. And you have to put some of the blame. Hey, Sean, how you doing? You have to put some of the blame, and I argue most of it, on the offense because they had a bad game plan. They simply had a bad game plan. I'm not the only person who thought they had a bad game plan. J.K. Metcalf was furious. Furious. And hey Seth, God bless you too. Thank you. It's going fine, man. Hanging in there. But J.K. Metcalf was furious. In fact, I'm wondering if anybody quoted him or got his quotes after the game, because he came off the field and that dude was just, he was completely, DK Metcalf. That dude was awful, okay? And awfully mad, excuse me. And I'm wondering if anybody asked him, and I'm looking for this, DK Metcalf sideline. If anybody asked him, he did, yeah, this is it, 8 hours ago on Yardbarker, okay? And he did manage to find the touchdown 51-yard catch. DK Metcalf was heated on the sidelines in the Seattle Seahawks NFC wildcard game, playoff game against the Los Angeles Rams on Saturday. Metcalf didn't have any catches through the first quarter and most of the second quarter. That's bad. You get, another great point here, you get your playmaker plays the ball often and early. And after getting hit hard on a third down pass that he dropped, Metcalf appeared to be frustrated on the sideline. DK Metcalf visibly upset on the Seahawks sideline after the Seattle offense has struggled to start today's game. Fox later showed Metcalf also being talked to by Seattle Seahawks head coach Pete Carroll on the sidelines. The Seahawks appeared to try to force the ball to Metcalf on an ensuing possession. That's the screen, okay? And guess what? The pass was intercepted for a pick six, which gets to the stupidity of the whole thing, right? DK Metcalf, all right? They're going to have press coverage, double coverage, on him, and you're going to throw a wide receiver screen. And you're going to say, we got the look. Did you really? And did you really get the look? In fact, it begs the question, because I'm now typing Seattle Seahawks, LA Rams, pick six, right? To see what I get. And I've got it, DraftKings Nation has it, okay? Watch Darius Williams run back a pick six of Russell Wilson. Ooh. Okay. I'm looking for the video. I don't see it. They have a photo. And they don't have... This is awful. They say they want me to watch the video, but there's no video to watch. Let's try this one. This is on Clutch Points. Yeah. Maybe Clutch Points has it, huh? I think... maybe... I think they do. Hold on a second, all right? I'm waiting for the commercial about Popeye's chicken and pizza and all this stuff go by. Macaulay Culkin eating a doggone big, ice cream. He says, "How's it? Hey, Seth. Yeah, the offensive unit had a bad game. Yeah, definitely. What I'm hoping they do though, is show this thing. They're going through all these commercials, whatever. Okay, while that's going through its thing, I'll go through my thing. There's a rule, and I'm going to repeat it. When you have playmakers, you get the ball to your playmakers early and often. It's kind of like when David Koepp, the screenwriter for Jurassic Park, was writing the sequel. He had on his Post-it notes, which were popular then, a note. It says, dinosaur action early. In other words, like within the first 10 pages, okay? People want to see the dinosaurs because it sells the movie. People want you to use your playmakers because your playmakers will get you touchdowns and help you win the game, right? That's the idea, okay? I can't believe this LeBron James's commercial is still going on, and I'm like, what the hell is this? And this is all, it's like dinosaurs, and I'm supposed to see the game, right? I don't see the replay there. Oh, and it says for team. Let me show you what I'm talking about. This is rankling me, all right? Look at this, okay? Look. All right? That's what I see. And then it says, for a team in desperate need of a hero, Williams delivered. Okay, did he? All right? So I don't know. Okay, right. So where is it? It says he intercepts. Okay, I don't. Is that supposed to be there? I don't see it. This is stupid. All right. So I went to 2 publications already that don't have it. Maybe the Washington Post. I don't know. Let's try videos. Ooh, that's a novel idea. Maybe Yahoo Sports has it. Okay. All right. And no, it wasn't DK's fault. DK didn't call the play. All right. Uh-oh. This is Tommy Lasorda passing away. That's Omar Ruiz, a class act. I've had the pleasure of talking with him. Class act, the NFL Network. Tommy Lasorda passed away, age 93. Let's see if we can go out and go past that. Sorry, folks. Oh, they paid. Okay. I'm trying to get where. Okay, here's the pick 6, right? I guess. Boy, a lot of media people have a hard time showing videos, don't they? Wow. I can't. This is ridiculous. You have to sit here and wait for this stuff. No wonder. And then look. Boom. They lost a reader. No wonder media is dying. Yeah, here's another one. Pro Football Talk. Maybe they got it right. Let's see. All right. Come on. Thrill me. Thrill me. Another commercial. I get it. That's okay. All right. We can wait for the Capital One guy to go by and, sell some Capital One a little bit. And I'm not going to click for the audio. And there's Charles Barkley making some money. All right. Here we finally get. See, that's the damn preview. What? Okay. I don't get anything. It's just a pick 6. Again, they don't have it. What? This is an outrage. So they don't have it, right? What would you think? You would think, oh, they have it. They don't have it. Maybe it's here. I don't believe this. This is just awful. Maybe it's here. This is Meredith Gorman, okay? But is she talking about it? Let's see. No, she's talking about the Bills rejoicing. So I have to wade through all this stuff, right? My God, I don't believe this. Maybe this maybe somebody got it right. Maybe this one. Can't miss plays. Look, maybe I got it. Okay, here. Okay, look, stop. Here we go. All right, here we go. What do we have here, folks? A picket fence of defenders, right? 2nd and 7. Look at that. They are, look at this, 3 yards from the ball. Look at how close they are. You're going to do this? Look, watch what happens. Look at that. Are you kidding me? Look at that. No wonder. Let's just go back a little bit, okay, right here. Boom, 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 okay? Watch. See, he immediately sees starting in already. Look, he knows what's happening. He knows what's coming. Why? Because this guy is going to him, and he's seen it before. These dudes are smart. Plus, he's only 5 yards back. If you see that, don't throw it. But what does he do? He fakes the handoff. Remember I was talking about faking the handoff? And how some teams don't fake the handoff because it allows the defenders to really zero in? Boom! Gone. Okay? Gone. 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 Okay? So again, let's review. Let's review. This is, and let me enlarge this. This is a case of a play being over before it starts. All right? This play was over before it started. Okay? This play was over before it started. Why? Because of how close all these fellows were. So you would say, okay, Zinni, what would you run? Well, first of all, I would never have my wide receiver inside the numbers. Bring him out here. then bring them out here, okay? Use hold the whole field. So I'm stretching these guys out here, all right? Then, if I'm going to bring him in motion, it's not to want to run a screen. What I'm going to do is I'm having him out wide. I have him going deep, okay? I've got him coming out and coming inside, and I've got him going behind him. It's like a double pattern. But the whole purpose of the double pattern is to allow him to come out and then come back in. All right? A quick pass. And the running back here, I am actually having him go up and then go out up. Okay? Like this. So then he clears out for Metcalf, but also it's a hot read. 1, 2. But I have more space to do it. They're constricting the defense to begin with. You see what I'm getting at? They're not using space. Okay? They're not using space. So, a lot of ways, that was badly coached. And Kenny G says that maybe they knew it was coming. Well, they did, but Kenny, let's go back to how they knew it was coming. All right? It wasn't just the alignment, right? But look what he does, okay? Watch what the slot does and his reaction to the slot, okay? Watch what happens. Let's run it. Stop, okay? Look, he already saw him stopping. As soon as Metcalf was there, he saw two things. Metcalf come up to stop, right? Metcalf came up, right? And then him come over. That's all he needed. He already knew. You're right. He knew it was coming. But the whole point is, in terms of their defensive planning, there's a reason why they had him so close. He knew it was coming, but look, he didn't have far to go, did he? And, remember the coaches do this. The coaches set this up. Look how close he was to begin with. Close enough to make a play. All right? Close enough to make a play. But my point is that, look, you don't throw this. In my book, you don't throw this. You don't do this with these guys this close. You break them up. You push them out. You create space, and you throw into the opening. But this stuff, they deserved. What they got, they deserved. Boom. Okay? He's off to the races. It's a beautiful thing. Okay? It's a beautiful thing. And, no wonder DK got mad. I don't blame him. It was a bad game plan. And Kenny G says they did learn that from watching video, and they run the same formation all the time. But when you go into the playoffs, you want to change it up again. That just is common sense. So there's my analysis. The Seahawks defense and the lack of the 12th man. The Seahawks offense and its poor design and lack of the 12th man. Because there were times when Seahawks defense really rose to the occasion. But when your offense is making mistakes like this, you can't win. And you need the 12th man. All right. See everybody later. Thanks.